A bog filter is an easy DIY project, and it's going to outperform 90% of off-the-shelf store-bought pond filters. It'll be easier to maintain and save you a lot of time and money. So in this video, I'd like to show you how they work, how to build one, and then you can decide if it's right for you. My name is Kev, and I help people build and maintain ponds without spending a fortune. If that sounds like something that interests you, you might like to subscribe and visit my website, Ozponds.com. There you'll find plenty of useful resources to help you save time and money. A bog filter is basically some type of container or lined hole that's filled with rock, pebble and plants. Water is pumped into the bog filter, and as it moves through the rock, pebble and plants, it becomes purified. The clean water then returns to the pond. It's pretty simple. Bacteria and organisms live inside the filter, and they help process waste and nutrient from the pond. The plants also help consume nutrient. Because the filter is doing all this work, it makes it much harder for opportunistic single-celled algae to thrive, and that means your water stays clean and clear. That's the very simplified version, and it's how water is filtered in nature. We aren't reinventing the wheel. Now, of course, every pond is different shapes, sizes and depths, different types of fish or animals living inside the pond. So if you want an effective bog filter, it needs to be sized appropriately, and we want to have the right amount of water move through the system. I've created a free calculator that you can use to help you determine the optimal size and flow rate. Just head over to ozponds.com, click the free Pond Planning Tools button, and it'll take you to the calculator. Once you know the optimal size and the flow rate, you can design the filter. There's lots of different ways that we can design a bog filter, but at the end of the day, all we need to do is move water through the rock, pebble and plants. At the end of this video, I'll put a link to another video showing different types of bog filter designs that I like to use. There's in-ground bogs, above-ground bogs, bogs inside ponds and streams, large bogs, small bogs, and mini bogs. I've got you covered. When you design your bog filter, you want the water to move as evenly as possible through the rock and the pebble. This is where all those good bacteria and organisms that are doing the lion's share of the work live. We want all the water that's pumped into the filter to move through this zone so those tiny microscopic workers can work their magic. We also want to design it in a way so that when water and waste is pumped into the filter, the waste stays but the clean water is returned to the pond. I have other videos and helpful guides that can show you how to position the pond pump so it doesn't become clogged or a maintenance nightmare. If I can, I'll link those at the end of this video. But if I can't, you can always find them by scrolling through my previous uploads, and you'll find plenty of useful guides by visiting ozponds.com. There you can read articles and actually see the diagrams. Anyway, because we trap waste inside the filter, we also want an easy way to clean it. If the filter is above ground, this is quite easy with a simple valve. Or if it's an in-ground filter, we can add a clean-out port that extends down into the base of the filter. And that allows you to use a pond vacuum, a siphon, or a dirty water pump to completely drain the filter and suck out the accumulated waste. Again, on my videos and guides, you can see how-tos on how I actually construct different types of bog filters, but the aim of this video is just to cement in the basics so you get them right. Now that we have the waste accumulating inside the filter, we also need to make sure that if the pump is shut off, all this waste and muck doesn't return to the pond. There's two ways this can be done. One, you add a no return valve into the plumbing line between the pump and the filter. Or number two, and this is my preferred method, you add a breather pipe or a hole to prevent a siphon from even starting. And if you don't understand how this breather pipe or hole works, again I have tutorials and guides that will explain it in more detail. So to create your perfect bog filter, here's what you'll need. You need a lined hole or a container that meets your size requirements. Remember, the free calculator is going to help you. The calculator will also help you select a pump that can deliver you the desired amount of flow. You'll select a design based on how your pond is configured. You can use the videos or articles on bog design at ozponds.com, and you can modify the designs to suit your needs, but it'll give you a great start on how to configure the plumbing. Remember, we want to move water as evenly as possible through the filter, we want to capture solid waste, we want an easy clean-out method, and we want to prevent the filter from draining the waste and muck back into the pond if the pump shuts off. If we do all that, we're good as gold. I hope you found this video and my guides useful. Don't forget to check out this video on different bog designs, Thanks for watching. See ya.